Hey there. Happy 2024. I hope the year is off to a fantastic start and this video finds all of you thriving. I actually decided to take my own advice and take some lengthy time off for the holidays, so I know I left you hanging without posting the relationship videos. I'll be posting that soon enough, don't worry, but I wanted to jump on here for a quick announcement. As I promised, I've launched a new community to support those of you who are brave and fearless and to lend a helping hand and create a supportive environment where people can support each other and really work on their own ish. Fast forward to the end of the video for details if you want to skip my annual fodder on my reflections for this past year. You can also find the link for the plans under the description box. They start at $333 in order to make them accessible for everyone. All right, so quick update. Instead of doing resolution videos and resolutions for the year that are so popular, I like to do an end of the year review. I think I borrowed it from Tim Ferriss, but I do my own version of it. As I reflected on 2023, I have to be honest with you. It was filled with incredibly high highs and incredibly low lows. I know I haven't gotten there in the chronology yet and will in the next week or two. But I finally started living my best life by spreading my digital nomad wings, proverbial digital nomad wings, and having a great time globally. Some of the videos that I recorded already have been in those locations so you can see them. I was essentially checking out a new culture pretty much every month, working remotely. I was stronger, faster, better than I ever had been in my whole life. I was living authentically me in the best way possible, on my own terms, and really finally enjoying the best life that I had to offer, according to only me. I'll share my journeys and experiences as they unfolded in the videos, as I promised. But in short, I was honored to explore Ireland, England, Amsterdam. I tangoed badly, I have to add, at a street festival in Buenos Aires. And of course, and I always say that wrong, and of course spent some time in my favorite spot in the world, Costa Rica. And that was all in a 3-month span of time in the beginning of 2023. And then my world came crashing down again. I was gang stalked across the globe, which abruptly ended my travels and started a new healing journey. While I won't go into all of the details, I'll just say that the rest of the year was still filled with incredibly low lows and high highs. The low lows were recovering from being hacked, gang stalked, stolen from, defamed, and generally having my privacy violated in every way possible. Basically fucked in every way possible. The low lows included sheer terror, hitting my rock bottom, both financially, emotionally, and candidly, just had my whole world rocked. And had to learn that even law enforcement systems could disappoint by not helping, and in some cases working against me, and have tremendous system flaws. I was betrayed by and lost so many relationships, friends, family, and for a while, myself, candidly. I had to work myself back from literally needing to share a bed with my sister-in-law because I was so terrified to regaining my own independence again. And for someone who traveled to Mongolia for a solo nomad journey that I've shared in earlier videos before this happened, my world was upside down and was the complete antithesis of who I was. It is taken as, I like to quote songs, as Mary J. Blige says, almost, I'm adding the almost, a whole damn year to recover from it. And while I'd like to say I'm back at 90% Shelly 3.0. Shelly 2.0 is the healing journey that my videos are currently covering. I know. It's weird to talk about yourself in the third person. The journey's still happening. But even despite everything that happened, I realized as I reflected there were so many high highs that resulted from this past year. And in short, I'm a better version of who even 2.0 than I was, almost. I'm so acutely aware of the gratitude and happiness now that come from the little things in life. Nature, music, quiet time, reflection, learning, growing. I realized despite my global travels, I'd still been rushing through life until life sat me on my ass. I'm so thankful that I actually lived through the gang stalking and know that I was only saved by the grace of the universe and higher power. That 30 against 1 doesn't lend itself to very good odds. And anything could have happened. Trafficking, death, whatever. I don't even like to put that out in the universe. And here's the thing. I was able and blessed enough to live through it. And it's actually given me a whole new outlook on faith. And weirdly enough, and this is going to sound strange, it's actually made me believe in unconditional love even more. Love of over other human beings, love of the small stuff, love of nature, love of universal laws, love of how resilience and how in time everything regenerates newly formed and better. A bit like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon. I think I've used that example before. The high highs included me getting so much time to learn about quantum physics, philosophy, healing, just devouring so many books and resources from so many different angles that I wouldn't have even started to explore if this hadn't happened. And while I lost a lot of friends and family during this experience, I've also learned to have healthier relationships. I learned about filling my own proverbial cup with love. And to think of the cup like the top of a champagne tower. You know, I'm famous for these analogies. If you try to fill the lower cup first on the top on a champagne tower, the energy, the energy will never make it to the other cups. But if you fill the cup at the top of the tower and think of that as yourself, once that cup is filled, the extra champagne or the extra energy flow will fill to others, and to keep pouring into your own until you hit that excess. And that excess of the champagne going down the tower is how you should treat your own energy. And I also learned to how to demand to be treated with respect, honesty, value, and reciprocity. For the very first time in my life, I pulled my energy back and dedicated as much love and caring to myself as I had done for so many others for so many years. And I learned to let go. I've got to be honest with you, I still suck at it sometimes. To surrender. To understand that the only person's behavior that I can control was my own. I can't control how people showed up for me, or didn't show up for me, or how they reacted, or what they're dealing with. I could just depend on how I showed up for me, and be better about being more discerning about how I expended my energy in every which way. And just like I referenced before, my relationships had a regeneration too. There are those that I love from afar and wish well now. And there are new people that I've gained that are now an important part of my future. There's so many times when I woke up having an incredibly rough time. And out of nowhere, the universe guided me, made me smile, helped me with a new download, or made me pass by a person who helped me by doing the smallest thing. Just little moments, all piled on top of each other to create big momentum. I learned that I actually didn't control a damn thing. I was just co-creating and directing the flow. I learned that energy is everything. Energy, frequency, and vibration is your most valuable commodity. Money's energy. Giving is energy. Basically, what you put out and what you put up with in your energy comes back to you. It's universal law. It's balancing. I also learned that I have incredible gifts that I've had since child, but didn't really understand enough. And through this experience, I've developed them even more. Throughout my journey, I've honed those gifts. And the universe supported me through this incredibly tough year, actually sharing and being all of me. And sharing out loud that I have these gifts unapologetically. Now it's easy. And really living all of me, sans any mask, both professionally and personally. I just don't give a shit what people think, because I love myself. I do want reciprocal, loving, honest, beautiful relationships in my life. And those people are joining my life because I'm coming from a different place now. Why would I hide who I truly am and the beautiful gifts that I've been giving? Screw that, they rock. And I'm so grateful to have them. Hell, not everyone gets to share messages from passed over loved ones or to deliver inspirational hidden messages to people from the universe about their unpublished music should be published, or they should be on the radio because they always wanted to be. And frankly, it's gotten quite fun walking up to strangers who you don't know anything about and just delivering the message to the universe. I've evolved from saying, hey, are you spiritual? Or hey, justify it. Now I just walk up and tell them. The immediate impact on them is just hard to miss. And I'm so honored to be that chosen, as I call it, the mailman. I don't get to pick the letter. I don't get to pick the package. I just deliver the message. I'm also super grateful in learning how to connect to the divine, universe, Buddha, Allah, God, whatever you want to call it, and actually listen to it. You'll learn in my later videos that I was a self-proclaimed atheist, and I'll share how and why that all changed. Clearly, I haven't lost my stuttering over the holidays. While I understand religion, I strongly believe that everyone should have their own direct relationship with Allah, Buddha, universe, God, whatever you want to call it. You don't need a middleman. Nor do I believe in any institution that stands on teaching you that you need a middleman to connect, period. But to be super clear, before some of you jump all over me for that, I do believe religion, houses of worship, and all the associated people at those houses of worship have and bring great value. I have so much respect for holy and spiritual leaders and teachers, along with their impact that they have and bring to communities and individuals. I just don't believe that any individual needs a conduit, middleman, or community to practice and worship, period. And whatever you believe, you do you, boo. I'm sharing my personal story through my lens and what works for me, authentically and rawly. I learned to appreciate and be grateful for getting provided exactly what I needed in the present moment. And I learned that I needed to let go of trying to get what I thought I needed. Boy, did ego and impatience kick my ass daily. And candidly, I still even suck at patience. I learned to give myself grace, too. I learned to be proud of how damn strong I was. I learned to treat myself like I did those I love. I learned that despite everything, I was too fucking stubborn to give up or lay down. And believe me, sometimes my hard-headedness to not let everyone dictate my life by what happened with the gang stalking was the only thing that kept me moving with one foot in front of the other. After everything that I've shared about my life and its challenges, this was the toughest one. I took it minute by minute when I needed to, and I decided that I was going to thrive again, despite how it looked in any present moment. I set my head on that, and now I know that I can handle anything that life throws at me. I'm so damn proud of that inner warrior that emerged again. She's really fucking chiseled right now. Again, with a third person, I know. I also learned that people will disappoint you. Again, with your own expectations. I learned now how to not take it personally. People are who they are, just like I am who I am. You can love them close up, or you can love them from afar. Sometimes wishing them well and taking the lesson and sending gratitude for that lesson and learning is quite the gift to yourself. And I'm growing this platform into other modalities that can help people. And that's always been my mission. And that's an incredible gift that has come out of this journey. And I'm super excited about the membership group that I just launched with that mission in mind. And more to follow in this coming year. And I'll always make the announcements on the videos. And while I could go on for days and days about the highs that came out of this last year, I'll just say, even though it surprises me, it surprises the fuck out of me to say this, I'm incredibly thankful for the lessons of the last year. I'm now not scared to be exactly who I am and really not give a fuck what anybody else thinks, period. God, my language on this video today. That's all right. It's a new year. I learned to not give a fuck what anybody else thought, period. If I'm good with the universe, everything else will fall into place. Just go with the flow. Again, harder on a daily basis sometimes, minute by minute. Bottom line, I try to do good, be my best self, learn from my mistakes, learn my lessons, and then pick myself back up, dust myself off, and do better next time. Life's a journey, not a destination. And I'll continue to remind myself every damn day, to enjoy the ride with appreciation for every single thing that happens around me. because the only thing I can control, frankly, is me. Okay, so on to the new community that's been launched. Throughout my 2 healing journeys, I've realized that I need to do everything I can to support others going through their own transformational journeys. While I completely understand that people need to own their own ish and process that to be their own guru, I wanted to provide a place where people could connect throughout that process and get a little love and support and celebration throughout that to help them on their way. The mission of the community is to share lessons, celebrate growth, show unconditional love, and inspire each other towards our own radical self-acceptance. Together, we'll transform challenges into strengths, transmute limitations, and our own ish into power, energy, fuel, and manifest our wildest dreams unapologetically. As we dive into the new year, we'll tackle everything from relationships, self-worth, abundance, identity, career, you name it, we're tackling it in the next year. We want to make sure you're able in 2024 to ignite your inner phoenix and leverage your own unique alchemy. And that's really where Global Divine Alchemy started, the little seed of that. I didn't know this is where it was going to go then, but this is just the next step. I've left the link in both the description box and the first comment to the various plans, but the pricing starts at a low monthly fee, and with that pricing for the lowest fee, you can get daily inspiration, insights, and wisdom around all this, all the way to plans that include individual spiritual wellness coaching as well. The first monthly quest has already been launched, and it's all around unleashing your inner phoenix. So join us. It's self-paced. We'll have a quest every month, and so feel free to join so you can celebrate and create your best life too. As I always say, I'm not a professional therapist or giving you financial legal advice, nor do I claim to be in any one of these professions. And you should consult professionals as you need them and at your own discernment. What I'm doing is I'm providing a space for you to decide what you need, with a bold and fearless tribe to cheer you on and who understand that you're going through your own transformation journey just like they are. I really do want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being with me this past year, listening to my story, sharing your comments, supporting my channel, and with you being so candid about what you like to see. I will say to you, I know in some cases that some of the videos can be triggering for people. And I always find, again, I'm never insulted if you leave my channel. I'm never insulted if it doesn't resonate. If it triggers you, skip to the next video. But I will tell you, anything that triggers you is probably something that needs to be healed. I would ask if you'd share our new community, these messages, and anything else that we can do with others that you think would help. I've also been asked about links for donations, so I've added that to the description box for the channel. While I know my story and journey isn't for the faint of heart, know that my only goal is to help others love and accept themselves radically, authentically, with faith and unconditional love. So cheers to making 2024 our collective best year yet. Join our community, and you'll hear from me soon when I finish the post about the relationship videos. Again, sorry for the delay, but I was taking care of me. Cheers.